Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Breaking news. Twitter accepts Elon Musk's $44 billion deal. Breaking news. Musk, the self-described free speech absolutist, has been critical of the platform's approach to free speech. This is from Fox Business. Twitter shares popped over 5% on Monday after the company's board unanimously accepted. That's interesting. Unanimously accepted Tesla CEO Elon Musk's $44 billion offer to take the social media giant private. Under the terms of the agreement, Twitter shareholders will receive $54.20 in cash for each share of common stock that they own upon closing of the proposed transaction. The purchase price represents a 38% premium to Twitter's closing stock price on April 1, the last trading day before Musk disclosed a 9.2% stake in the company. Musk has secured approximately $46.5 billion of finance transaction, including $25.5 billion of fully committed debt and margin loan financing and $21 billion in equity financing. The transaction is expected to close in 2022, subject to the approval of Twitter shareholders, the receipt of applicable regulatory approvals, and satisfaction of other customary closing conditions. This is huge, folks. This is huge. It's amazing. I love this. Twitter independent board chairman Brett Taylor, independent, conducted a thoughtful and comprehensive process to assess Elon's proposal with deliberate focus on value, certainty, and financing. They must be having a conniption fit. The average Twitter employee, these progressive anti-free speech monsters, cult members, what they call it, city urban liberal types, CULT, must be losing their shit. And I am glad. Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy. And Twitter is a digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated, said in the statement. I couldn't agree more. Now we're going to see what happens. Let's not get our hopes up too much. I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features. And here's a huge one. Making the algorithm open source to increase trust. Now, I'm not a computer guy. How would you be able to tell if, say, I have a small Twitter account, I don't have that many followers, I do my Crisco's Corner, I put the links to YouTube on it for my episodes, my videos. How can you tell if you're being shadow banned or put down, you're not getting the same shake that everybody else gets? Granted, there's people with tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, some with millions of followers. How can you tell with open source if you're being screwed over? I'm not a computer guy. Maybe somebody out there can answer that question. How can an average person like me, once you make the algorithm open source, be able to tell if guys like me are getting screwed over? Defeating the spam bots, that's the other thing. Get these fake accounts off. Get them off. And authenticating all humans. I have no problem with authenticating who I am. Twitter has tremendous potential. I look forward to working with a company and a community of users to unlock it. It does. I think that's authenticating all humans is a huge step. Huge step. And there's the current CEO. Get your Twitter people there that are losing their crap. Get your resumes updated. Though Musk was initially invited to join Twitter's board, he later declined the offer. If he joined, Musk would have been unable to own more than 14.9% of the stock. Unbelievable. Following Musk's offer, Twitter adopted a limited duration shareholders' rights plan, commonly referred to as a poison pill, to prevent him or any other entity or group from acquiring beneficial ownership of 15% or more of the Twitter's outstanding common stock in a transaction not approved by the board. Along with Twitter's announcement that he lined up financing for a potential deal, he revealed that he was considering tendering an offer to acquire all of Twitter's outstanding common stock. The agreement comes ahead of Twitter's first quarter earnings on Thursday before the market opened. In light of the pending transaction, Twitter will not hold a corresponding conference call. Musk told TED 2022 conference earlier this month that he intends to keep as many shareholders on board as possible through a private company. He says the more shareholders there are, the better. The more voices there are, the better. Okay, Elon, you've done it. You've done it. It's maybe it's biased on my part. Whenever the progressive libtards lose their crap, I always think of it, no matter who it is or what it is, it's a good thing. Maybe that's my bias, because 99 times out of 100, it's a good thing. I think this is. Now, what are the others going to do? Parler, Gab, Getter, Minds, any of those? I'm not so sure. True Social, what's their future now? I understand they're partnering with Rumble. Is Google taking note at YouTube, saying, hey, you know what? The worm is starting to turn, as the saying goes. But I think this is absolutely awesome. We'll see if the code, the algorithm, is open source. Again, any of you computer people out there, I don't have those skills or knowledge. With an open source coding, how would you be able to tell if your Twitter feed is being hidden or pressed below in the bottom of the pile? I'm not so sure how that works. I know how they make it so that certain people are brought up to the top, but small guys like me and the human authentication, I have no problem with, so I'm probably sure I'll get notices from Twitter here soon on authenticating who I am, which I have zero issue with. Get rid of all the bots and the nonsense. And for the next few weeks, we're going to get, I'm going to leave Twitter, people. I'm going to leave Twitter. Well, you know what? Just the same guys that said they're going to move to Canada if Trump won. So why don't you guys all get together, get a deal on some commercial planes, buy them, and just fly yourselves to Canada and get rid of your Twitter accounts. Oh, wait a minute. Canada has become an authoritarian country. You can't do anything. They've destroyed their constitution. They've taken our constitution and they've thrown it in the garbage. Absolutely thrown in the garbage. So where are you going to go, folks? Maybe you're finally going to wake up to the fact that if America falls, there's nowhere else to go. Maybe you'll finally realize, but I doubt it. Your indoctrination is so deep and so prevalent, you think of nothing else, that progressivism and politics is your religion. Literally, your religion. What are you going to do now? As some of these voices that you consider just I can't say the words because the algorithm will screw this video. They're just oppressive authoritarians and the barbarians are at the gate and blah, 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 blah. You know what? Your ideas are finally going to be challenged at a large scale. You're going to get the pounding, and let's see how well you defend your progressivism, your lack of free speech. You're going against the Constitution, screwing over American people. And on top of that, what are you going to do with the rest of the world? American laws apply to America. free speech laws applies to America. Are you going to put those free speech laws in the rest of the world? Probably not. And that's understandable, being that different countries had different laws and rules. I'm cool with that. If my Twitter feed is barred from China and some Middle Eastern countries for some of the things I say, I don't care. I could care less. Finally, and it came so quick. It came so quick. As soon as Jack Dorsey basically stepped down as CEO. So I'm looking forward to this more than you think. Not because of what the people of Twitter have done to conservative people like myself and people that listen to my channel and tens of millions of others. Because this is going to spread. It's going to spread to other platforms. YouTube, you're on notice. Free speech, free flow of information, whether you like it or not, is making a comeback. Let's see how you react. I'm delighted. So we're going to have to see the devil's in the details, but so far, so good. I'll tell you, maybe my pessimism isn't really, it's really put to the test now. Maybe things are changing for the better. 2022 is coming up in the presidential election in 2024. It's going to be some dark times in the next couple, 3 years. But as America's always done, we'll put our heads down, we'll get through the flak, and we'll come out on the other side better than when we started. That has been the pattern we've repeated here in America for over 200 years. Until the next time, folks, goodbye and good luck.